Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial. So in this tutorial we are going to learn how an image interacts with a text. So in our case we are going to learn how to put an image inside the text. So as you have noticed in this image, you can see how the text interacts with the image, or this image is inside this text. So we're going to do this together. So the first thing we're going to do is to open this image. I'm going to put the link inside the description so you can download the same image as what you can see here on the screen. So I'll put the link in the description so that you can download it. So what we're going to do is to extract the subject from the background, or in other words, we're going to completely remove this background because we want to change the background color here. So as you can see in the original image, because this is the final result we're going to have, we want to have a dull red here in the background. So the first thing we're going to do is to click on this lock. So once you have opened the image, you click on this lock to unlock certain functionality of Photoshop. So here you can see remove background. So we're going to click on this remove background and wait that Photoshop removes completely this background. So as you can see, the background has been completely removed. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to use the crop tool. We just want to crop this a little bit and then enlarge, just like that. And then click on edit, transform, and then we want to flip this horizontally. So once you flip this horizontally, we want to drag it here. Just like the final result, we want to have the image here because later we're going to write our text here at the left side. So that is why we have shifted this subject here at the right side. So we want to press Ctrl T, and then once you press Ctrl T, you can see this blue box where we want to increase this a little bit. Okay, just like that, and press here. So now what we want to do, we want to give a dull red background here. So the next thing we're going to do is to create a new layer and then rename the layer. It's always a good practice to rename your layers. So here I'm going to give background and then drag it right under. And then when you drag it, you just click here and give a solid color. So we want to give this color here and then press OK. So the next thing we're going to do is to apply this shadow. So let's increase this so you can see there's a shadow here. So we want to apply this shadow on the image. So make sure you select this layer and then we want to apply the layer styles and then click on drop shadow. So once you click on drop shadow, make sure that your spread here, in my case I think 45 is pretty okay, and then the size at 60 pixels. So here I think this configuration is okay for me, and then press OK. So as you can see here, let's increase. You can see here I've applied the shadow on this image here. So the next thing we're going to do, as you can see in the final image, we're going to write our text and make sure that this image interacts with this text. So we're going to make sure you right click and grab the vertical type tool. And one thing you have to notice is that here we're using the bold font. So if you don't have this bold font already installed in your Photoshop, make sure you go under the description. You're going to see the link and then you just click on the link and then you're going to download this bold font. So we're going to write, once you've installed your bold font, then you're ready to go. So here we're going to write happy, just like that, and just try to make it larger. We want to drag it here. Let me change the color. I'll take the color just here on her shirt so that it can be more visible. and then okay, I'll just put the text just here at this level. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to make sure you click on this on your mask, on your layer mask, and then press Ctrl. You press Ctrl and then click on this T. So you can see that the text has been selected. We just want to enlarge a little bit. So let's click on Select, Modify, and Expand. And here I have 20. 20 is good for me. So just press OK. So as you can see, let's increase. You can see how it has expanded here at this level. So the next thing we're going to do, we want to expand it to completely remove what is inside this selection. So we want to delete what is inside this selection, and to do so you're going to press to make sure that your layer mask here is being selected, and here you have a black color as the foreground. So once you have those two, the mask selected and here the foreground, the black color at the foreground, then you press Alt. Make sure that your layer mask is selected. Press Alt and back. So as you have noticed, so if I press Ctrl Z, you can see if I press Alt and back, you can see that inside this selection has been deleted. Everything inside this selection has been deleted. Okay, and that is very good. So the next thing we have to do is to make a copy of this layer. So let's just rename this layer by giving a, let's say, original subject. So let's make a copy by pressing Ctrl J. Make sure your layer mask is activated or is selected and press Ctrl J. So once you press Ctrl J, you see original subject copy. So here we have the copy. So let's drag it on top of the text just like that, and right click and delete the layer mask. So we want to delete the layer mask, and then right click again on this layer and click on create clipping mask. So guys, as you can see what the clipping mask has done. So the clipping mask has actually integrated the image inside of this text. How pretty is it? So if you have achieved this, that is very good. So let's check. So now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to apply this this background. So we are going to change or apply the gradient, because this is a gradient color. So we are going to apply some gradient here at the background so that it should look a little bit nice. So the next thing we're going to do, make sure that the background is selected here, background, and then click on the layer style, and then click on gradient overlay. So once you click on gradient overlay, you can see the gradient is just a mixture of some colors. So we're going to double click on gradient, and here we are going to change the color. You can take the color here on her shirt again. We're going to take this pink color, press on OK, and then here at the right side you click, and then we're going to take this dark color here. So make sure you click here and press OK. So we are good to go. And then in the style here, we are going to take the reflected, just like that, guys. So in the styles, we took the reflected and press OK. So as you can see, we have pretty the same result here. So what is left is just to write this image, to write the text at the left side. So we are going to do that. So let us grab the text tool, the horizontal type tool, because we want to type it here. Make sure we take the type tool and then write always be. Always be. Let me change the color and give a white color. Just want to make sure that it is a little bit smaller. Okay, just like that. And then share your smile with others. So we're going to add another text. just here on the share your smile with others, and then reduce it. And press OK. Let us move it here. Let us reduce a little bit once more. Okay. Press OK. So let us increase just a little bit again. Okay, just like that, guys. And just put it at this level. So the next thing we're going to do is to grab the line tool here, and then just draw a line just like that. And then in the properties section here, we're going to give a white color to this stroke. Make sure that this line is around 15 to 20, just like that. And then we want to make the borders to be round. And then here we are good to go. I think this line is a little bit soft, so let's increase. Let's give 20 pixels, and then okay. Yes, and the next thing to do is the next thing we're going to do is to write this. This is my name here. Grab the text tool, and then just write by Monte Wilfred here, and then let us just reduce just like that. And the color, we can just grab the color here on her shirt once more, because we want something that is gray. Okay, and then just put it here. Okay guys, so that is the final result. As you can see it really looks as what we have as the final result. So this is what we have here. So guys, if you have achieved this is very good. If you didn't achieve, just repeat the video again. Just repeat the video, try, listen very much. Yeah, so that is all we have to do. So guys, that is how you actually do to make an image to interact with a text. So thank you for having followed this tutorial, and let's meet in the next tutorial class. Thank you. Goodbye.